With Pulsechain launching, people are wondering which hex is the better investment. Is it hex on Ethereum, otherwise known as eHEX, or hex on Pulsechain, otherwise known as pHEX? The first thing you need to ask is, do you own hex? If the answer is no, not financial advice, do your own research, but if you did your research and you like hex, you should be buying it now. Oh, but the price is going to go lower. Do you know that? No, you have no idea, which is why you need a dollar cost average, and you can check out my video on that, but you need to DCA over long periods of time. Oh, but hex on Ethereum is going to die because the gas fees are going to be too high. First of all, gas fees are low right now. Second, yes, the high gas fees on Ethereum are a problem for now. But what do we know about Ethereum? Currently, it is the best blockchain by far. It has the most projects, it has the most developers, it has the most money, and it has been running for the longest. Don't believe me? Ask Richard Hart himself. In fact, I have yet to see someone pitch Ethereum better than he has. And not only that, he put his money where his mouth is. There's a reason why he chose Hex to launch on Ethereum, and there's a reason why he chose Ethereum to copy for his new blockchain. Of all its flaws, it is the best blockchain out there. What else do we know about Ethereum? They have a founder named Vitalik. Not sure if you heard of him, but he is a really smart guy. And we know that Vitalik doesn't like the fact that gas fees on Ethereum are too high. Why doesn't he like the high gas fees? Because his users don't like the high gas fees. Why don't his users like the high gas fees? Because it costs them too much money. What happens when they're losing too much money? They leave Ethereum for chains that don't cost a lot of money. What happens if they leave for other chains? ETH goes to zero. Does Vitalik want to lose his project and his money? Absolutely not. If you think Vitalik's feeling the heat now, just wait till Pulsechain launches and all of his users can literally just switch the RPC URL in their MetaMask and see all of their ERC20s copied over onto PRC20s on the Pulsechain network, where transactions will be validated faster and costing them pretty much zero in fees. So if you think Vitalik is smart, which I think he is, in fact, smart would be considered a huge understatement in describing Vitalik's intellect, and you think he cares about his project, which I think he does, because he doesn't need the money, especially after selling, or some would argue making the top twice, then it would be fair to conclude that within the next 1 to 3 years, it is extremely, extremely likely that it will be considerably cheaper to transact on Ethereum. Whether or not it'll be as cheap as Pulsechain, we don't know. But it'll be cheap until the point that it is not a problem for users. And if ETH is cheap to transact in, then Hex on Ethereum will continue to do well over time. Now you might be asking, but Hex on Pulsechain is going to be cheaper because it's new. Is it really new? Because if Pulse launched today, there would be 309,028 wallets holding Hex on the Pulse chain with 106,018 wallets staked. Do you think these wallets are going to be selling you their pHEX for pennies on the dollar? Now, I also understand that before the bridge launches, there'll be a considerable amount of people that want to dump their Hex copy on the Pulse chain for Pulse or PulseX because they didn't get in on the sacrifice, and for some reason, they think they're going to get a better rate in Hex than any other ERC20, which I don't know why, considering that so many people are going to be doing it. The point is that nobody has a clue what the price will be at launch for either eHEX or pHEX, let alone over the next 10 to 15 years. Maybe eHEX will be higher, maybe pHEX will be higher, and maybe at sometimes eHEX will be higher, and at sometimes pHEX will be higher. There are too many variables. In fact, Richard Hart himself tells you that he does not know whether eHEX or pHEX will do better over time. And if Richard Hart can't tell you, then neither I nor anybody can tell you for that matter. But what do we know? We know that if you DCA into Hex, you'll be earning on average 38% APY, which means between now and Pulsechain launch, you'd have been earning and will be earning more Hex. We know that all the Hex you earn now, plus the interest, is going to be copied over and given to you on Pulsechain. And lastly, but most importantly, we know that good assets, stocks, real estate, and crypto go up over time, and good cryptos outperform good equities and real estate by orders of magnitude. And Hex, meaning both Hex on Ethereum and Pulsechain, are excellent assets and will go up over time. And being that Hex is down 90% and will get copied over onto Pulsechain, along with the interest and the T-share rate, which right now is better than it will ever be in Hex terms. Not financial advice, do your own research, but in my opinion, it is an excellent time to DCA into Hex. So to conclude, do we know whether eHEX or pHEX is the better investment? No. There are too many variables, including when Pulsechain will launch and what the state of both Ethereum and Pulsechain will be over the next 5 to 10 years. So if we don't know that, what do we know? And I keep repeating this because it is so simple, but it's so important that in cryptocurrency, good projects do well over time. And both Ethereum and Pulsechain are excellent projects. And if you buy HEX now, you don't have to choose between one or the other because you're going to get both of them. Making money in cryptocurrency is very simple. And notice how I say simple and not easy, because simple is not always easy, but great projects generally do well over time. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you like, subscribe, and comment. Follow me on Twitter. Show me that what I'm doing is worthwhile. Thank you.